Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so I have a regional early next month on the 3rd. And then a sneak peek this weekend, which is the main highlights of what people are looking forward to is Scoldit and the new link, the new metalfoes link. Because that's gonna put Pendulum Magicians in the forefront and see what it could actually do. And we'll see in the first few weeks what it's capable of with the new link, with the new link monster, because it's either gonna be inevitable to where it'll do what it's meant to do, and no matter how you counter it, it'll still be viable, and that's how you determine if a deck is good or not. Whether even if they're able to counter your strategy, it can still perform, which is what basically the fundamentals of a top tier deck. It's consistent. Its win condition is pretty solid, and I think that's what it's gonna push. Like Pendulum Magicians were they're consistent to the point where, okay, there's like a percentage, there's like a standard percentage of what you know they're capable of. Okay, so what do you think of? Like the fact that they can open up the trap, and the fact that they can make an Omega, and the simple fact that they have 41 at like conveniently and easily at their disposal. Those are the main two things that you consider, right? On top of hand traps, if they main hand traps. So just hiring that percentage rate of what they're capable of with that new link is pretty insane. Because like, what do you think of when a Pendulum player they're scared of what are they scared of? Like, they're scared of evenly matched, because you have to invest 2 cards out of your 5, right? So the other 3 cards have to be some sort of advantage generator. Otherwise, you're gonna just go minus like a hard. So that's kind of, I think Pendulums kind of need that type of thing. Of course, it's kind of like, it's like a conversation where people like don't like when the skills are unbroken, and they can constantly through turn after turn after turn keep bringing back their Pendulum monsters, like just special summons for free pretty much. But you have to think about it, they have to invest 2 no matter what. They have to invest 2. And the way that mechanic functions well is through generating some sort of advantage. Otherwise, why make the mechanic in the first place? Does that make sense? Like, every mechanic has to have some sort of edge. It has to be different. It has to be viable. Like, it only makes sense to make decent effects for a specific mechanic. And in this case, the new link is gonna be a major boost. Dude, that's crazy, man. So I've been considering all these things of how am I going to approach it, how am I going to fight against it, what to expect, because that's not going to be the only deck you're going to expect. Because at the moment you're thinking of the Spiral. We'll see how that does, right? Because it got hit and it's still doing really well. And then of course you have crap. What are the other ones? What are the other ones? Okay, Spirals, Pendulum Magicians, Lightsworn variants, Paleo. Kind of shy on Paleo, because it's the fact, especially now that I hate the Trunade card is out. Oh my god, Paleo is just gonna, dude, what do you do? What do you do to that? Like, you just dude, what do you do? It's gonna be such a hit. Oh my god. So it's still kind of like, what do you do, right? And especially because it's regional. You know, a lot of people, I guess, water it down. Like, oh yeah, it's a regional, but it's still an important event. You know, it's still a step above locals, to where it's competitive, and you know that people are going there to have the intention of winning, like the intent of doing good, right? But it's just it's pretty insane. Let me put that this, because like it's pretty intimidating, right? Depending on who you're asking as well, though, because like there's people that don't really care about it. They're just like you know, like, but like for me, in my case, every time I enter a tournament, I'm always have this nervous feel, because it's important to me. Like, I want to do good. So like, okay, so the first stages, right? One of the main things that you just shouldn't do, you should always do it beforehand, otherwise you're gonna be stressing yourself out. Finish your deck list, write your deck list the night before. So that way, you have to be certain, though. Otherwise, you're gonna get to the event, you're gonna be rushing and running your deck list, and then that's gonna add to your anxiety. And then once you finish with the deck list, Yeah, turn it in. You're like hesitant whether to turn it in or not. If you're missing a side deck card, if you should main this, main that, or then once you turn it in, it's done. It's already there. It's already set in stone. You can't take it back. And then it comes the second phase of waiting for round 1 to start, and that's gonna be it. And then the third and final phase, when it just climaxes, is when you sit down, your opponent gets there. You roll that dice, and then that'll determine who goes first or not. And the first opening hand, that sets the mood for the rest of the day. It literally does. It's exciting. It's hard to explain. It's a good feeling, but of course it's intimidating as well. But yeah, how to approach it, right? I mean, I like the kaijus. So far, they haven't failed me yet. I like the whole thought process of it, the way the format is. I just feel like it's proper. I feel like it's just right, especially for this type of deck. Seeing as how level eater is a major key point in a deck, so high level monsters are pretty much essential. You need something to level. Like if you have a bunch of low level monsters, you can't level eat. So I guess keep sticking to the high level count is just where it makes sense, especially with mind control and slumber. Like the fact, like you see in the previous videos, you haven't seen them yet, where you open up just any way to access the level eater or the pseudo and slumber, that gets you already started. The nukes the board. It's just amazing. Following turn, if you survive, if it goes to a grind, you can get a kaiju, and it's just amazing. And the only thing I've been considering of going back and forth is replacing this for this guy, Binos. Just because like I've been cherried my proxy, and it's so painful. So I feel like dodging that scenario and just playing this. But the simple fact that he protects. But I'm not sure if that's worth playing. Like, of course I'll play one, of course, but like I think I need to replace it for these guys because getting cherries sucks. And then I'm going back and forth between playing Ancient Fairy or playing Black Rose, because Black Rose is just so it's you force your opponent to react to where the whole initial point of it is to clear the board or force a reaction and bait something out. So that's what I'm going back and forth. And if I'm so tempted of playing one Waterfront, because Spiral's huge, yeah. So you make Ancient Fairy, pop their field spell, it completely just erases the non-targeting factor, which is what I like. And then you add your Waterfront, which is amazing, especially when you get a loaded Gamma Seal. How scary is that? And yeah, it's just figuring it out. That's the whole thought process right now, because it's not too far off. Like in a few weeks, like in a week, a bit over under 2 weeks, it's gonna be there. And then I'm gonna be at. Oh my god! Hopefully I'm gonna try to record so I can record the experience. But dude, this is where it is, man. This is really crazy. But yeah, just let me know if you've never been to originals. If you've been to how many regionals have you been to? What was the best and worst experience, or like if you forgot? Because there's one time where I left my deck box on the table, and I walked away, and it was like filled with it was like 3 super books. Like when black ones were huge, like everything, like duality, super bottomlesses. Like it was just insane amount of money on that deck, and for whatever it was still there when I went back. So just let me know if you have any experiences where it was like you just got this chill, like I forgot my deck box. That feel. It's just or someone took your binder or something. That's just the worst. Or the best. What's the best? Like you either won and like it was odds were against you and you ended up winning. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.